A lot of people surprised by this. We've all seen.
Well, this claim may not be far-fetched. Hey everyone, this is Sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about this lawsuit that Turkey Leg Hut has found themselves to be in with U.S. Foods. U.S. Foods, which is one of the largest food distributors. And I believe their competitors is like Cisco and like Gordon. But U.S. Food is, if you know about U.S. Foods, they are one of the largest. They deliver to a lot of restaurants. They have government contracting because they work with a lot of schools. Yeah, they are leading in a lot of sectors. So I'm it's several things can be true at the same time, right? So for those who have businesses and who have business credit, you know that when you have a business and you're able to get vendors that supply you with whatever you may need, whether it's products, produce, supplies, whatever it may be, and then you are able to pay 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days afterwards, you know that really helps with your bottom line. That really helps with your profit because you don't have to dish out the money right away. But this happens depending on the place that you go. Some places, as long as you have a legitimate business, they'll extend you some type of credit. But some other places, other businesses, other distributors, whatever, you have to establish a credit with them. So they may extend it to you for 30 days, and as long as you have a good payment history, it gives you more leeway. So if when you purchase some stuff, and some places, depending on your payment history and the volume that you're buying from them, they know you're good for it. So they don't have a problem giving you 3 months, some places 6 months to pay, because they know, hey, looking in the past, you have always paid on time. You have always, even if you didn't pay on time, you have always paid your bill in full or whatever, a good majority of it. They didn't have any problem with you. So they don't have any problem giving you 30 days, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months to pay. And when you have those, that it is a good thing. But sometimes if you don't have good money management, whether you're the owner or if you don't have your manager, whoever's in charge of that, do not have good money management skills, sometimes you can get caught up. So something going from $85,000 to $1 million, that is not far-fetched. It can happen because if you're buying a lot and then you're not paying, all that bill is just going up and it's going up, and it's not being put, and it's not going down because it's not being paid on. It can happen. It can happen. You can easily get caught up when you look. They gave you a credit of $3,000, and then you already halfway there, and it's been a few months you haven't paid. Yes, it can happen. Trust me. I'm talking $3,000. I'm sure their bill is like over because at the level that they're in, they're buying a whole lot from the U.S. Foods, and at the level they're in, they're not in their homes making plates. They don't have a food truck, so they cannot go to BJ's or Costco or Sam's Club. They have to do because when you're doing volume like that, you have to work with big distributors like Gordon, where the shelter where I work. They work with Gordon because they give 3 meals per day to like over 100 people. So they have to work with those big distributors. And then your bill does get, trust me, the bill can get high real quick. So it's not far-fetched that they owe $1 million. And it may not even be their fault. Hey, that's why sometimes when you're an owner, even though you have entrusted people to do certain stuff in your business, you always go and ask questions. You always make sure, even if you don't know what's going on, you always make sure what is this? Even if you don't know what that is, just so the person can know, hey, I'm watching you. I'm still concerned. I'm still involved. Sometimes we just, we're you've been grinding and stuff like that, building it from the ground up, and now you're able to relax, and you don't have to be in the office all the time. You don't have to be in a restaurant all day, every day. You could come once a month, twice a month, or whatever. But sometimes you really can't, because you know where you come from. You know what what work you had to put in to get to where you've been at, to get to where you're at. The person that working for you not necessarily may not know that. That's why you always have to keep on top of certain things. And then I believe one of the owners posted this. So one of the owners of Turkey Leg Hut allegedly posted this under Fox 26 Houston Instagram post about this story. So this is what they said. If you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. Understand this comes from a PR lady that's hurt, and also ex-employees that are really hurt because of being a part of the brand. Understand? Check the track record, and we have paid taxes, etc. on time, 100K a month, and payroll 85K a week, and never miss a beat. One thing about it is that they try and bring up old mess when they don't have nothing to talk about. At US Food owe us money for advertising, etc. on trucks, IG and all. It's always three sides to a story, and their side ain't the truth. Why would a company let a bill get that high? Because they did not at all. I've dealt with bigger fish, but hold tight. Trust me, this is trash money numbers. Don't lie on no end. Okay, and first of this post is like being defensive in a sense. So if you were going to respond, I mean, they US Food is suing them. So now you bringing up that US Food owe you money for advertising. Okay, if US Food owe Turkey Leg Hut money for advertising, why not go sue them? Why not go sue US Food? Hey, we've been advertising, we never got any ping up. Why, when they put out that they're gonna sue you, and then news station picked up the story, and then now you want to say, oh, they owe us money, and then, oh, we have 100K that we pay for taxes, and then we have 85K a week for payroll. Okay, and say, why would a company let a bill get that high? Yes, just explained to you prior, it can get that high if they are giving you so much credit and you're not paying. If they're giving you so much months to pay and nobody's paying, you're just buying a lot of volume, but you're not paying. It can get that high. And Turkey Leg Hut, if you know you don't owe them, all you need to do is go. You have your paperwork in order. Hey, I'm going to get all my paid invoices where we paid everything that we purchased. We paid it. We don't owe you anything. And then take this and then sue them for defamation. Say, hey, you guys messed up my business because you were slandering us. Say we didn't pay our grocery bill and stuff like that. Our business went down. You don't have anything to worry about as long as your paperwork in order. And then this is another thing. You posting this on a public platform about US Foods, they could turn around, but you could probably say, oh, my account was hacked or whatever. Who knows? But US Food could turn around and say, hey, you trying to make us look bad by putting out there that we don't pay for advertising. Now we had potential new customers that wanted to advertise. We could have advertised with them, but they pulled out because you put on a public platform that we don't pay for advertising. They could turn around and add that to the lawsuit that you owe them. Sometimes we have to, even though we are a little bit emotional, not sometimes a whole lot of emotion. Sometimes you have to step back and don't say a word, or sometimes don't say a word. Sometimes, and if you do say something, keep it short and simple, and quick, and that's it. You don't have to go in this long rant telling people how much you pay in taxes. That doesn't matter. The thing is, they put out there that you owe, the Turkey Leg Hut owe them, that you guys haven't been paying your grocery bill. Now they better have their receipts to back it up, because of course that's defaming the name of this brand. So if they don't have anything to back it up, that's on them. So that's where turkey leg hut gonna come in there and then get them. But then also, turkey leg hut needs to have their stuff in order. As long as they have all their paperwork in order, nobody needs to worry about anything. U.S. Foods have their thing in order. They will get their money, their thing unpaid. And then, just like the guy was saying early, this is one of the largest food distributors. You don't want to mess up your business in a sense, by messing over your vendors. Because if U.S. Foods, some of these, you see their competitors, Cisco and Gordon Food, sometimes they work together. Like if U.S. Food don't have certain stuff, they go to Cisco. Cisco don't have certain stuff, they go to Gordon and stuff like that. You don't want to mess that up. So if they go in and see that the bill wasn't paid, pay the bill. Hey, let's settle out of court. Let's fix this. It won't happen again, because you don't want, because like I said before, at the level that Turkey Leg Hut is, they can't go to Costco anymore. BJ's is not on their level anymore. They have to work with big distributors, unless they looking to do distribution themselves. They have to work with big distributors. So you don't want to mess up your bag by screwing over your vendors. So I think who's ever in charge of this, whoever is in that circle, tread softly, tread lightly, because you may think, oh, we don't need to work with U.S. Foods, we could work with Gordon. Those people work together. I'm telling you, those big companies, they work together. And how I know that? When we used to do government contracting and stuff like that, sometimes some certain big companies would come together so they could get a contract. So they work together. So hopefully they tread lightly, and then they, dot their I's and cross their T's and see if something went wrong, to fix it. And if they have to settle, if they have to just make it right, because you don't want to mess over this type of vendor. This vendor that's the largest in the country, come on. That is not worth it. I wish them all the best. I hope everything works out for them. If they owe the people, pay the people the money. If U.S. Foods wrong, even if I going after you, if U.S. Foods wrong, even if Turkey Leg Hut going after them, I would tread very lightly dealing with a distributor, because they are a big distributor. Because when you're in business, you cannot be an emotional person. You have to be logical. Whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, you're not logical, you better find some logical people next to you. If you like to make emotional decisions all the time, in business, you can't do that, because that will mess up. You're trying to build generational wealth. You're trying to pass on, trying to build this. You will cut off your life supply. Don't screw over your vendors now. And I did see the argument of people saying that, they only going after them because they're a black-owned company. They don't want black people to have nothing and stuff like that. There's a shakedown, stuff like that. All the more so for you as a black person who has a business to do all of your things right, to put everything in order. So that, hey, if somebody were to ever think to do something like this, to defame your brand, to bring down your brand, you're gonna have some good cushion money after you're done with them. All the more so to do your stuff right. That's not an excuse not to do your stuff right, because there are many people that are black and they own businesses that never got caught up in anything like that. And if they did, it worked out for them because they had their stuff in order. Get your stuff in order. Stop blaming this and blaming that. Get your stuff in order. Sometimes when you have your stuff in order, things don't even have to make it to the public. You can squash it in private. Anyway, that's all I had to say on the situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.